Morning, everyone, and welcome to our Heavenly Parent Holy Community Oceania Hundoke with Reverend Yutaka Yamada. Today being Thursday, the 14th of October, or the 9th of September in the 9th year of Chongyalguk. Let's begin with a bow to our Heavenly Parents and True Parents, Chariot, Bombay, Paro. And let's recite our family pledge in both Korean and English. Thank you.
가정면세 5. 천일국 주인 우리 가정은 참 사랑을 중심하고 매일 주체적 전산세계와 대산적 지산세계의 통일을 향해 점진적 발전을 촉진할 것을 맹세하나이다.
Family pledge number 5. Our family, the owner of Chongyalguk, pledges to strive every day to advance the unification of the spirit world and the physical world as subject and object partners by centering on true love. I'd like to ask Greg Henson to get offer the opening prayer, please.
Yeah, please join me in prayer. Yeah, good morning, Heavenly Parent, Heavenly Father, Heavenly Mother. We come together as a community and want to open our hearts and minds to this message and feel the love and support for each other and free ourselves from anything that shouldn't be there. Especially want to forgive any pain or hurt that we feel, and really love each other and to embrace you and to have pride in our true parents. So Heavenly Parent, we really want to forgive and to make new start each day, and we ask you to humbly ask you to give us new chance, new opportunities to go forward, especially centering on the PCLC and finding Christian ministers to start this new providence. We're so happy that we can make a new foundation and we can embrace our brothers and sisters from the Christian realm and really support and to come to help with their understanding and love for Jesus, and to and to connect the providences of Christianity and the third and fourth Adams together. And so please be with us in this time, and pray this and report this in our names as a blessed community, in our name, Greg Lisa Hansen, blessed central family.
Thank you. Thank you. And let's give a warm welcome, as always, to Reverend Yamada as he shares with us this morning. Thank you.
Good morning, our brothers and sisters. Thank you for coming this morning from Fundoke. Today is also a beautiful morning on October 14. So let's put our Johnson in our heart and prayer, and let's to our Heavenly Parents and True Parents, and let's begin the new day. So today's October 14. Do you know this day and our providentially in our movement, October 14? Maybe this is important day for you. So, and I will explain. October 14.
Father's liberation from home.
Liberation of the Finland prison.
Yes. This day actually True Father organized several events. Okay. So I'll explain. Father said the month of October has a special meaning as the month of liberation in unification history. That's why Father was liberated from Funnam labor camp October 14, 1950. And also October, he was liberated from Sodemon prison on October 4th, 1955. That's why Father mentioned this month is has the special meaning as the month of liberation. So this day actually to Father's also painful memory, because always he have to memorize, think about Hunnam prison time. But in the same time, this time or this day is the departure, new departure based on the victory of fighting with Satan and overcoming everything in Hunnam prison and start together with God and Heavenly Parents. That's why True Parents organize several providential events also. So you can see this one. October 14, 1950, True Father released from Hunnam labor camp. True Father's ministry in Pyongyang ended on February 22, 1948, when he was arrested for a second time by North Korean officials. He was tried on April 7 and sentenced to 5 years of hard labor. On May 20, True Father was transferred from prison in Pyongyang to a labor camp in Hunnam, an industrial city on the east coast of North Korea. There he endured a hellish existence until liberated by advancing UN forces on October 14, 1950. That's why you know this is story about Hunnam prison. 5 years he was stay, 1948. I don't know. I think some part he stay another place and moved to Hunnam prison. So 1948, from February 22, 1948 to October 14, 1950s. So 2 year, 8 months, right? So Father stay that place for Hunnam prison, and this day he was released. True Father's liberation by UN forces was by no means assured, as bombing of the Hunnam industrial complex became more intense. Guards began executing prisoners, calling out their numbers, starting with those having the longest sentences. In his autobiography, True Father notes, "The night before my scheduled execution, the bombs fell like rain in the monsoon season, so intense that it seemed all of Hunnam had been turned into a sea of fire. The high walls around the prison began to fall, and the guards ran for their lives. Finally, the gate of the prison that had kept us in that place opened. At around 2 o'clock in the morning of the next day, I walked calmly out of Hunnam prison with dignity." So this day, until last moment, under fighting between God and Satan and all spiritual world, True Father founded and gained all victorious foundation without receiving any kind of accusation from Satan. Finally, God opened the way, and Satan allowed the Father to be released that place, and finally Father could go out from the prison. That's why that was the October 14, so historical moment, 1950. And beside of this, also Father organized another event, October 14, 1982. Do you know what things happened October 14, 1982?
Yes, blessing in Korea, 6,000
Yeah.
couples.
Thank you, Reverend John. So October 14, 1982 is the day of 6,000 couple holy marriage blessing. Your parents blessed 6,000 couples in Chamsil Gymnasium in Seoul on October 14, 1982. The precise number of couples blessed was 5,837, as your father noted in his blessing prayer. The 6,000 couple blessing is linked with the 2,075 couple blessing conducted by your parents on July 1st, 1982 at Madison Square Garden in New York City. They are referred to jointly as the 8,000 couple holy blessing. Both included significant numbers of international couples. The 6,000 couple holy blessing convened on 20 days notice included participants from 84 nations. Church Father noted that the blessing surmounted the 6,000 years of providential history and signified an advance into the realm of liberation. So I think some of you also attended this blessing ceremony, right? So today is the blessing anniversary. Congratulations, your blessing. How many years anniversary?
39.
39 years of anniversary. So almost next year, 40 years anniversary. So please have a good time with your husband and wife and together with your children and families. This is the celebration day, your new start from your ancestor, your family, and also for your future generation. So three parents conducted blessing ceremony, the meaning together with liberation of 6,000 years human history. So this day is really meaningful. Some joined in Madison Square Garden and some also joined in Korea, Chamsil Gymnasium, so October 14. And there is also another things, what things happened in October 14, 2009.
Cosmic
Parents
blessing.
also organized another blessing, the first Cosmic Holy Marriage Blessing Ceremony. The first Cosmic Holy Marriage Blessing Ceremony was held magnificently at the open space in front of the main building of Sammun University in Asan in Korea's Chungnam province, with three parents as the officiator as October 14, 2009. Some 25,000 participants gathered as representatives of Korea and the world. For those who could not come there, the ceremony was broadcast simultaneously to 192 nations via satellite and the internet. Maybe some of you also attended this blessing, or maybe some people joined this blessing ceremony itself in Korea. So this campus of Sammun University, this is the Asan campus main building of this university. You could see this building in front of university. There are a big place, some kind of any big space. So they put the many chair in the campus and three parents organize this blessing ceremony. This is outside of the building, no roof or nothing, just on the campus. So 20,000, 5,000 people participated. So if rain, we could not what's happened. And some of them came by bus to ride more than 4 hours enjoying this blessing ceremony at the time. The ceremony was unique in that it was the first time the new couples and already established blessed couples received the blessing together. Previously, couples had received the blessing on the church and worldwide level. True Father explained that this was the third and final cosmic level blessing. The blessing was also significant as it included large number of young unificationists in a public venue. The participation of attractive young people attracted substantial media coverage that continues in subsequent blessings. So this became also the big news. So this day, three parents organized blessing ceremony 2009, October 14. So when three parents think the day of October 14, of course, this day is the memorial day of Funnam prison, a release day of the Funnam prison, but also True Father can imagine the beautiful, victorious day as a blessing from Satan and also give the blessing to the people. So October 14, we can remember that. And actually I researched And there is also another message, another record was there, October 14, 1994. The National Parents' Day signed into law in America. So Parents' Day was established as a US holiday in 1994 when President Bill Clinton signed a congressional resolution into law for recognizing, uplifting, and supporting the role of parents in the rearing of children. So this day also, a Parents' Day was established in the United States. So the day is the establishment of Parents' Day on the fourth Sunday of every July. So from that day in America, Parents' Day was organized. So I'm not sure how much our movement was involved. Because I don't have a clear information, so I could not share more detail about Parents' Day in America. But this day was established after, I think after or before Tirumada's tour in America about Parents' Day. So maybe some of you know about the story about Parents' Day established in America. So anyway, the month of October, Father said the liberation month, and October 14, we could see many providential event was happened. So can you imagine 1950, October 14, October 14. From now, around 71 years ago, that time, how old was he? Trifada, 1950. Trifada just 30 years old. And when he came out from Funan prison when he was 30 years old, what kind of things did he have? He didn't have anything externally, only just few members and just dirty clothes, only that. But from that time till Father gained the victory from heaven, from Satan, from spiritual world. Even he lost everything because of the Christianity's failures. But from that moment till Father started the new providence and finally could create those current foundation with True Father and True Mother together, and finally we are reaching the moment to create and establish the heavenly kingdom on earth. So today, October 14, the Memorial Day, also let's pray well, remind well those our true parents' investment and also the history. So let's continue. Today we will return back to the True Mother's autobiography. So this is almost 2 weeks or 3 weeks. We are sharing about True Father's message to share to the heart of Jesus and heart of Heavenly Parent, and also relating message of PCLC, Pacific Christian Leadership Conference. So about 2 weeks or 3 weeks. And last time Reverend Seti also mentioned and shared the great testimony, the moment of independence of Samoa, right? When Samoa seeking to independent, really they discussed how to independent and how to establish the new nation of Samoa. That's why all people discussed, and finally Samoa established based on Christianity, based on God. So we could see several nations of Oceania, surely top leader or citizen discussed what kind of nation they try to create. That's why we could see Palau, Solomon, Vanuatu, PNG, all nations were founded under the name of Jesus, a name of Christianity, a name of God. So anyway, we could share many things about Father's message and PCLC and Mother's message. So now we will return back to Mother's autobiography. Do you remember what kind of story did we share last time? Now we will change from Christian spiritual world to South America, a spiritual world. Last time we share and talk about Jardine, Pantanal, and the Leda Providence. And we watch the video and also share how the father, the mother sent the missionary to South America and pioneer or created the new land from that place. So the parents sent the national messiah, and also the parents sent the graduated student from UTS and missionary and pioneer that place in order to establish the model village, model nation like Garden of Eden. And in the same time, try to solve the world food problem and also world air problem. And also organize the 40 days special education workshop in South America, Jardin. And some of you also attended that workshop. So I will continue. The wings of monarch butterflies span just a few inches, but they migrate 3,000 miles between Canada and Mexico every winter. No one taught them to do this. It is encoded in their nature. Human beings and nature have an inseparable relationship. We can be enlightened about God's act of creation and his mystical truth through nature, which represents him only when we live in it, invest in it, and study it. So mother is mentioning about butterfly. So when we see, when you go to South America, or when you go to the nature, you could find those original situation which got created in the beginning. So animal, plant, also fish were there. So when I read this point, also this let me think. This butterfly is also same, and you know the story of turtle and also story of salmon. They were born in some place in the ocean or beach on the river, and after that they went out to the ocean for whole life, and when they will going to be die, they come back to the same place where they are born. So this is the story of turtle and also salmon. And you could see the butterfly. Also butterfly, nobody taught them, but they will go from Mexico to Canada and Canada to Mexico again, beyond the generation. So this is really how much great, how we can explain their life. Who will create it like this? So when I read this point, I think one thing, even God created, even those creature or animal or fish could have those specialty. How about our human beings? Do we have this kind of special ability? Even nobody taught us, but we could do something. Do we have this kind of special ability? Because of human fall, we are easy to decide our limitation. And every time we try to think our knowledge or our head or our realistic situation, that's why even we have some kind of specialty, but maybe we could not recognize or we could not use. I'm not sure. I just think about this animal. They have a special ability. Nobody taught, but they could do those things. But then surely God created human beings as the best existence. Then how about human beings' ability? Surely there is some speciality. And now we realize God's existence, and now we receive blessing, and we could now understand we are created by God. So surely we could find the new special ability. So anyway, Mother is mentioning that all nature, this fish or butterfly, really have a special ability. So when you go to the nature, when you go to the South America, maybe nature in Oceania also same. When we see those creatures, we could find speciality, and we could find God's love, and we could find God's ideal and God's hope inside of those existence. And Mother said, we can feel the infinite joy and love that God felt when He created the earth for us. When we do so, we can live each day with a heart of love and gratitude. The land in which we can learn this truth is Latin America. Through family-oriented love, as one family under God, we can discover our original homeland in this land, God's gift of nature. So in this chapter, Mother is mentioning about the beauty and love and heart of God. And we could understand and we could experience through Latin America. So we could remind again the story or investment or providence in South America. So if you have opportunity, please also visit Latin America. And I think we can find also many special things through nature in Oceania. So we have to also share our great story together with nature of Oceania, right? Many island nations, even big nation also same in Australia, New Zealand, how beautiful this nation have, the beautiful nature you have. So we could find many realization through nature, and we could find and we could feel God's love and God's heart. So I will share, continuously to share about the providence of South America. So understanding, just a minute, understanding the providence of South America. So Father also mentioned many times the providence of South America. So December 20, 1985, Hannamdon. You could see this map, North America and South America. For North and South America to become one, North America able should support South America Cain. 2, if North and South America unite, the Catholic and Protestants, the Christian cultural realm in Europe will also become one. Furthermore, Judaism and Christianity and Islam will be able to become one, centered on true parents. 3, Kausa and Aula, I'm not sure, were founded to develop the work of the unification movement in Latin America, with joint work in fighting communism in North, Central, and South America. That's why Father founded CAUSA, a confederation of association for unification of the science societies of the America, and also AULA, Association for the Unity of Latin America. So 1985, Father mentioned the history or providence of South America. So Father said, in the unification movement, our unification movement is the position of Abel, and American Christianity is position of Cain. So first, unification movement, our unification church and North American church, Christianity, should unite as the Cain and Abel. And next, North America, the Protestant Christianity is the Abel position. And Central South America, the Catholic Christianity as the Cain. So those both group should be united, North and Central and South America, because Christian Reformation, Protestant and Catholic were separated. Protestant went to North America and Catholic went to Central America and South America, but through unity between separated Christianity, the providence will develop centering on God, centering on true parents. That's why 1985, true parents proclaimed and tried to organize and started those providence. So centering on vision, those aula or causa, providence was developed and expanded more from America and to Central America and South America. So there are many providence at that time happened. So providential project in South America. So Brazil, Paraguay, Argentina, Uruguay, those places, the central place of South America, Providence, Pantanal, original focus, garden, root, holy ground, victory, holy ground. So symbol of the original nature, created world, and Jaldim, a model ideal community where nature and men live in harmony. Starting point of the Providence of South and Central America, New Hope Farm, and fishing tourism industry, this Uruguay, and large-scale fish farming business model farm based in the Leda region. So we already studied and share Trumada's autobiography. This place is the central place where True parents invested. So Jaldin, New Hope Farm, and the Idol Family Education Headquarters. So maybe some of you are here. You could find your face. So really, you join this place, right? Jaldin, that's good. New Hope Farm, a place to practice building God's kingdom. So Jaldim means garden, Garden of Eden, beautiful place. And also Jaldim, the Garden of the Eden that God intended at the time of the creation, the place where the Lord is meant to come. So the Father continuously invested directly to those people who attended. So we could see Jaldim Idol Family Education Headquarters established July 1st, 1998. So like this. So many workshop, 40 days workshop, training in community living and education for restoration in heaven. You could remember. And San Paulo and Jaldim Declaration. So True parents really declare many important declarations centering on South America. So actually, if we have a time, we can learn and study the all providence in South America, and especially many proclamation. This moment is really the changing moment in the history from under the Satan's reign to the God's reign. That's why all providence around 1999 to restore even the Lucifer, everything was happened centering on South America and also organized. Then welcome the new millennium. That's why also Father proclaimed about fourth era of the fourth Adam. So last time, I'm not sure someone asked about these things, right? Fourth Adam. So many providence was happened centering on South America. Mr. Douglas also mentioned the fourth Adam. So on March 31st, 1995, and the 36th, the True Parents Day, True Parents made the São Paulo Declaration in São Paulo, Brazil. End of the 40 years wisdom wilderness course that followed the establishment of HSA UWC and the start of a new 40-year course. And 8 Jaldim declarations were made between April 3, 1994 and February 13, 2000. So 8 times True parents proclaimed the Jaldim declaration. So you could see this is the history. First declaration, second declaration, and also third declaration, fourth declaration. So each declaration have a special meaning and special title: absolute faith, absolute love, absolute obedience, or resemble the absolute, unique, unchanging, and eternal God. Also those things. So 8 times True parents declared, centering on Jaldim. So you are also part of this. Declaration of Sasajol, 1998, September 8, 5th declaration. So Sasajol also important meaning. So anyway, each declaration have a special meaning. So I hope someday we can learn deep detail, and you can go back to Father's message also, the historical things, the LEDA project. So already we watched the video So to the parents organized later. Even Paraguay president visited that place and appreciate to the parents. And the providence for revelation of the spiritual world, and especially also this time period is the time period to liberate the spiritual world. 1995 champion providence began. And also declaration, the opening of the gate for the blessing of the spirit world. In 1998, proclamation of the liberation of hell and the opening the gate to the kingdom of heaven. 360 million couples, the unified spiritual and physical world blessing. So 1998, actually June 13 also happened that blessing. And the proclamation, complete liberation. And March 21, Lucifer voluntarily surrendered. So this year was also the historical year. And October 10, 1999, Sangshipchol, realm of fourth Adam. So the time to the parents proclaimed October 10, 1999, to the parents organized the Sangshipchol. Sangship meaning is two, a pair of 10. That's why Sangship, pair of 10. So 10, number 10 representative of heaven and number 10 representative of us. Both number was restored, centering on three parents. That's why three parents proclaimed the realm of the fourth Adam, October 10, 1999. And also ancestor liberation begins. So 1999, really there are many kinds of providence, especially relating with liberation of spiritual world. So like this. So we could see many providence was happened. Yes. So that's why, wait just a moment. So when we see the history 1999, centering on South America, this champion matter, ancestor liberation, and also Sanghapsipsunjol, and also to the parents gave the authority to our blessed family to pray by own name. So everything beyond the satanic era, indemnity era, and we are entering into the new era under heaven's direct dominion. That's why when we see the year 1999 is a big changing moment. Even the Lucifer was surrendered. So those providence was happened centering on South America. That's why Mother is mentioning about South America providence when we think and when we share the story of South America. Please also connect our thinking how true parents establish and fulfill many kind of providence, especially liberation of spiritual world. So today, as the October 14, the month of liberation, we could share about the history and the providential event on October 14, and also Mother's autobiography, talking about South America and liberation of spiritual world. So we will connect our mother's heart again, and let's go forward and offer victory and happiness to our happy parents and true parents. So thank you for joining today's morning fundoke. Let's have a great day. 감사합니다.
감사합니다. Thank you, Reverend Yutaka, as always. Really helping us to see so clearly all of the events, how they all connect together. It's really quite amazing. So many things happened in October, very special month, and also so many things Father focused on in Latin America and in South America. I was just caught by the sense of joy that Father felt at being liberated from prison. I mean, we obviously never were in prison and tortured and close to death. But there's the sense of that joy that he had being liberated, and then connecting to the joy of God's creation. I think that intense joy the same. That God felt so much joy when Adam and Eve and everything was created, and Father could experience God's joy in creation, and He wants us to experience the same. But also the joy of liberation. Father was liberated from prison, and He waited for the day when God could finally be liberated. And with all of these declarations, it just over and over again, Father is just liberating God, liberating God, liberating God through all of the different declarations and all of the blessings and just everything is really to get God out of the prison of hell, because He could feel the hell in prison, but also was able to liberate the prison, and so that heaven was relieved and gratified that He could succeed and live. And then the desperation in Father's heart, because He knows the joy of creation, He knows the joy of liberation, and He wants to make sure that God can finally have that joy of liberation. And as long as the world still remains fallen, then still God's hands are bound. But we know with this providence that we're in now, this movement towards establishing a Chongalguk nation, that this is where God has full authority and full freedom to walk among us and share with us. And the other thing that caught me was this inseparable relationship that we have with creation. I mean, it's literally life and death. I mean, without creation, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't have the air to breathe. We wouldn't have the food to eat. We wouldn't have the materials to build the cities and technology that we have today. So God put this relationship into play, that we have to look after the world. Otherwise, our own existence is threatened. So it was just some thoughts I had in relation to that. So thank you, everyone, and open it up to others. Thank you. Yes. Renito, go ahead.
Morning, everybody, or leader and member of Oceania. I remember October 14, the Liberation Day, the Reverend Wonpil Kim, or the pastor, Reverend Wonpil Kim's testimony or guidance about Father's imprisonment and Hunan prison was a very detailed and very, I think it's better to, if you have a chance, please watch this, guidance. It's better. And also, 50th anniversary of Hunan, liberation of Hunan prison, 14th October 2000, and this Reverend Yutaka guided. This is a day of liberation of the spirit world, and then right next day, the 15th of October 2000, Father directly fly to Marshall Island. So tomorrow is 21st anniversary of True Father's visit Marshall Island. So just I inform you, right after the 50th anniversary of liberation of Hunan prison. So Father's visit to Marshall Island and Oceania and open up to, Ocean Providence, it is very meaningful. Yeah, but because this is October and January 13, 2001, just a few months later, Father make up, the God's, let's say, the coronation of God, 13th of 2000, January 13, 2001. Yeah. So I really announce you very meaningful for Oceania also. Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Ito, and go ahead, Reverend Seti.
Good morning, Reverend Itake, brothers and sisters. Just summation of all that we've just heard. In terms of Father's liberation and God's liberation. I'm just thinking about last night. Lately we have a documentary with the National University of Samoa documentary channel, and last night was watching this documentary was looking at all the laborious lives of some of in some parts of the world like Africa and Peru, looking at the Peruvian the devil's mouth. They have to traverse these really dangerous roads just to make a living, and then guano digging and gold mining, and in Africa, Senegal, the fishing, the difficult fishing that they had to do just to survive, and the Gambian lack of infrastructure, really, just how much people's lives they suffer so much just to live, and just thinking about this time, Mother talking about no more tears. This is an age of no more tears, and this is the golden age of liberation. Then I link it to, even this time period, feel like we're in a parallel again, where we're asking our world to reconsider what kind of nation do we want, and even I'm thinking about Samoa and my nation, we're kind of asking again the Christian Foundation to reevaluate. There's so much to reevaluate, and we have to see through True Parents' eyes, actually. And these are True Parents' eyes. They know what suffering is, and they know the true joy that should be in an existence where there should be no more tears. And this is such an age in which we can reconstitute our world. So of course, China working the Belt and Road system, their worldwide. Some say the worldwide domination, the string of pearls of ports and things all around the world, because they want domination and such. But we talk about the peace road, Father's vision of the peace road, how much the infrastructure and connectivity is so important. So I'm just linking it all again, how much True Father was thinking about all these things, and how much Heavenly Parents thinks about all these things. They don't want to see any of their children crying anymore, just suffering just to make ends meet and to make a living, we're in such an age where we can really connect it all up and make an existence of no more tears. I just thought about that from our give and take. Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Seti. Thank you. Yes, Doug, go ahead.
Yeah, in the USA, Reverend Jun Young Pak was the continental director, and his wife, she supported the family and the mission throughout her over 60 years in the church. So she passed away October 3rd. And in light of the October month, as Reverend Yutaka spoke of this month, I was quite amazed because there was a memorial service in America where Reverend Junyoung Park spoke of his wife, and the particular award given to her by True Mother. And there was a plan for True Mother to do a Chumbo ceremony on October 10th. And it turned out that suddenly True Mother did the ceremony on October 3rd. So she changed that sometime in September, the plan for that. And that's the very day that Mrs. Park passed away at 77 years of age on October 3rd. And it's really, it's about the unity of heaven and earth. The Chumbo family of 430 in the spiritual world, being able to more directly work with the Chumbo families on earth. And that's more or less the essence and all I know of that ceremony that took place October 3rd. But quite amazing. It's a ceremony of cosmic liberation. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we have time for one more person who would like to share. Doug, he wants a second. Go ahead.
I like seconds. There is an interesting story about the realm of the fourth Adam that I really enjoyed. When we were doing the 144,000 clergy couple blessing in the USA, I was fundraising very late at night, and I used to love it. It's like a meditation. You go to one bar or restaurant, and then you're driving and you're meditating and thinking and driving. So this number came to me, that the sequence of number, you know, God speaks through mathematics. And this came to me that 3 times 4 times 12 times 10 times 10 times 10. If you attribute to the number 3 completion, number 4 family, 12 tribes, 10 is the highest number, 10 to the 3rd power is the highest number. So 3 times 4 times 12 times 10 times 10 times 10 can be said to speak of the remnant of 144,000 as the family 3 times 4, as the completion of the 3, the family 4 times all 12 tribes of Israel times 10 to the 3rd power, or forever and ever and ever. So the completion of the family from all 12 tribes forever and ever and ever is actually a more accurate way of saying what the 144,000 remnant is. So on October 10/10, Father liberated the number 10, the highest number, and he also declared the realm of the fourth Adam, meaning that our outreach is including all these people, you know? And so when we see God's work, it's not just through the point of the arrow represented by the Unification Church anymore, or Israel or Korea. It's representing all the people of good heart that love God automatically just because they're good souls. So it's a very wonderful ceremony. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Time for us to offer our unison prayer and reflect and pray about the liberation of heaven. So I'll just share the screen. Let's pray together. Naju, Naju, Naju. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day and see you tomorrow. Okay. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you for the talk today.
Happy anniversary, everybody.
Yeah.
Happy
Yeah,
anniversary.
happy anniversary.
Chihiro,
By the way, the 1984 Guinness Book of Records that has the 14th of October in it. So 84.
Wow.
Okay.
Good. Thank you, Randall.
Thank you. Okay, bye.